So I think our next speaker is Mr. Akis Skertsos, who is the Minister of State responsible for the coordination of government policies. So if there is any problem, we blame you, Mr. Skertsos.
Always, always.
Are you in Argolida or are you in Athens? Actually?
No, I'm in Athens. I'm in Athens.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for. Σας ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ. It's a great honor, τιμή και χαρά που σας έχουμε κοντά μας. Please, the floor is yours. Thank you very much. Let's give to the minister an applaud, please. Thank you.
Καλημέρα. Καλημέρα, Σιμεών. Καλημέρα σε όλες και όλους. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, excellencies, it is with great honor and genuine joy to welcome you in wonderful Crete, in the city of Chania, for the official opening event of the newly founded OECD Crete Center for Population Dynamics. And one could not possibly think of a better suited landmark location like Crete to symbolize the establishment, study, and exploration of such a fascinating and challenging at the same time issue like population dynamics. Crete is not only known in the modern world for its remarkable beauty and hospitality of its people, or for the longevity that the Cretan way of life is offering to anyone who chooses this blessed island as his or her home. Crete has a lot of lessons to teach us, both in terms of longevity, but also in terms of maintaining a stable or even an increasing population in a country like Greece with a severe demographic problem. First and foremost, Crete has always been at the crossroads of human civilization between three continents: Europe, Africa, and Asia. According to legend, it is here in Crete that Zeus, the chief of Greek ancient gods, brought Europe, the extraordinary, beautiful Greek princess who gave her name to the whole continent, after being abducted from ancient Phoenicia, located in today's Middle East, to bear Zeus's children. To honor this founding fable, which undermarks the mobility of human populations since ancient times, the abduction of Europe by a bullish-looking Zeus has been depicted in the €2 coin of the European Union to pay tribute to the godmother of our continent, and also to our economic and political union, which is becoming deeper and deeper as years go by. So between legend, politics, and science, it is with great delight and strong ambition for the impact to be achieved in the coming years that we are kickstarting here in Crete this first forum of our newly founded Crete Center for Population Dynamics. This initiative underpins our determination to foster also regional growth and address existing regional inequalities. The aspiration of the Greek government to promote and step up the policies related to demographic challenges against the backdrop of international collaboration intersected the OECD's vision to initiate a thematic center for population dynamics. The Prime Minister himself, who, like Sofia Zacharaki already told us, is today in Argolida, embraced this initiative for setting up this Center for Population Dynamics, went together with the OECD Secretary General, Mr. Matthias Cormann, signed the Memorandum of Understanding for the foundation of the Center back in January 2023. Of course, the long-lasting, close and fruitful cooperation of the Greek government with the OECD, as well as the sharing of common values with regard to the democratic organization of our societies, has played a crucial role in bringing about these developments. The OECD has over the years successfully advised the Greek government in serious policy issues, assisting in overcoming the financial crisis that we faced in the past decade. In the recent years, Greece has demonstrated notable accomplishments in accelerating our growth and in improving our financial prosperity, as well as in implementing the reforms required to set up a framework for sustainable future. This is clearly pronounced in the OECD's recent economic surveys for Greece. But we're not here where we want to be. The ongoing demographic trends, which are observed as part of the overall population dynamics evolution, constitute one of the major challenges in policy design for achieving a sustainable future. On this bearing, the inauguration of the Crete Center for Population Dynamics comes at the right point in time to bolster the OECD countries to formulate policies to deal with the demographic challenges that are emerging, as well as identify and grasp the opportunities that are presented in the process of adaptation to the demographic situation and its implications that are being gradually crystallized. Population aging is a phenomenon producing complex consequences in multiple policy areas, ranging from the pressures exerted to the pension, healthcare, and long-term care systems to the shrinkage of the working population. For example, the projected population dynamics demonstrate a significant increase in the old age dependency ratio, which is defined as the ratio of the population over 65 years old with respect to the population aged between 20 and 64, and is expected, unfortunately, to reach an average value of more than 50% by 2050 in the OECD countries. This index gives an indication about the share of the population that will be in the need to receive special attention in order to continue to thrive in an inclusive environment. The projected evolution of the statistical data is going to affect the public finances and pose barriers to ensuring a stabilized rate of growth, forging a labor market with high-quality jobs and mobility prospects, as well as maintaining and improving the living standards. The pressing influence of population aging has contributed to the emergence of the concept of healthy aging, which is becoming more and more prominent in the OECD countries. This can be achieved through a grid of policies that assist people in attaining a high-quality, longer life, both in terms of healthcare coverage, as well as with respect to maintaining a high level of creativity and participating in the consumption of the improved quality goods and services that modern life offers, such as leisure traveling. The Greek government is trying to lift disincentives for older people to work when they feel that they're strong enough to offer their experience and skills in something creative. In this direction, since January 24, we have abolished the 30% reduction in the pension applied to pensioners who decided to contribute to the labor force. Similar barriers have been also lifted recently with regard to giving the opportunity to people with disabilities to work without losing their social care benefits. At the same time, research undertaken within the OECD Economics Department suggests that the most important driver of the rapid increase in the old age dependency ratio is lower fertility rates, while the increase in life expectancy follows with respect to its influence magnitude. Hence, in addition to the policies directed to the old age population, it is necessary to enhance policies that aim towards securing a thriving environment for the younger generations, which will give the potential to uplift fertility rates. That is why young people require more than everybody else from us to continue following the reform course, as this is the only course that leads to increasing the sense of security and optimism about the future. Certain tangible policies have been implemented in these directions by the Greek government, such as the two streams of the financial assistance program called My Home, aiming to support young couples in finding accommodation within the conditions that the increase in real estate prices has formed. The so-called also policy of neighborhood nannies that assists young parents to achieve a balance between their families and professional lives is another example of securing such an environment. Controlled, carefully selected migration is also a complementary factor that can boost the productivity of the working age population. The necessary condition to achieve this is the existence of a competent framework that will give our country the tools to diagnose the needs and gaps of our labor market, hand in hand with active labor market policies that incentivize primarily women and younger people to work, since these two groups underperform in their labor participation, especially in the Greek economy. The years of crisis have deprived Greece of a large proportion of its mostly young, highly skilled human capital that has been detached from our working force. It is essential to work towards ensuring the environment that will repatriate at least a significant part of this human capital. At this point, I must reiterate that the course of reforms is the only way to succeed in this endeavor, as the tangible results will be the ones to incentivize the return of these individuals to Greece. The Greek government has already put in place tax incentives for the repatriation of Greeks from abroad, as well as enacted measures to enhance the productivity, innovation, and extroversion of firms. The reform also of tertiary education that, among others, facilitates both the extroversion of public universities, but also the foundation of non-profit private universities, is an example that can foster net migration in both directions, namely by repatriating Greek scientists from abroad, as well by attracting migrants with skills and talents to boost the native human resources. The solution to the demographic issues are definitely not easy, but there are tools in policymaking that can be utilized to overcome the emerging obstacles. First of all, the design policies should undergo the scrutiny of evidence in order to improve their effectiveness. Greece has invested much in bolstering evidence-informed policymaking in the recent years and is, in fact, participating in multi-country cooperation efforts to introduce a new modus operandi in the processes and methodologies that are followed for policymaking within the public administration. In fact, OECD is a major hub of incredible knowledge and expertise on the field of evidence-based policymaking, and there are already ongoing collaborations between the OECD and Greece in the field within the EU Technical Support Instrument Framework. Demographic challenges can be more effectively faced utilizing quantitative and qualitative evidence from multiple scientific disciplines as they span many sectors of human activity and have a bearing on the total population. The vision for the Crete Center for Population Dynamics is to enhance evidence-based policymaking in this field and to set up a framework whereby policies that address the trends and developments in population dynamics are designed after due consultation with relevant stakeholders who can offer their views, their analysis, and experience to diligently implement the adopted strategy. As the implementation of such a strategy is long in time duration and demanding in effort, it is essential to be able to continuously refer to its scientific evidence basis and be able to make any adaptations required to adjust to the changing factors. It should be emphasized that the disruption of digital technologies, and especially the emergence of AI technologies, can play an effective role in facing the demographic challenges. First of all, AI can be used to deal with the labor force shrinkage due to the population aging by providing automated solutions for the more tedious tasks. This way, the labor market will be able to concentrate on tasks and services that require more knowledge and more experience. As the 2024 Nobel laureate in economics Daron Acemoglu points out in his recent research, there is a greater adoption of automation technologies in aging societies. Furthermore, an experienced workforce which leverages upon the skills of its older members can offer a lot in mitigating risks encountered in the process of mainstreaming AI in our economies and societies. One can think of many such examples as the identification of, for example, AI deepfakes that seem true but are false content generated by AI models. Closing, I would like to thank the Delphi Economic Forum and the municipality of Chania for their continuous support to the Crete Center, and I would like to join all of you in wishing the Center to achieve the best outcomes in the visionary goals that have been set. I am sure that there is a strong determination of all stakeholders to put their best effort in this. I wish you all the best in today's event.
Dear Minister, we thank you very much for your participation, for your thoughts. And I must thank you very much because I know you have played an instrumental role for the establishment of the OECD Center in Athens, and we thank you very much for this. Thank you.
Thank you.